Hi everyone, this is me, your Dasha Bisali, and Be Strong and Love Yourself, a channel for very strong people. Today I want to share with you one of my biggest problems, and the name of this problem is laziness. And by nature I'm a very lazy person. It's extremely hard for me to be productive and to do stuff. But luckily I have a list of things that help me to be more productive and less lazy. First of all, I want to start with a healthy diet. I noticed that if I eat something unhealthy, I have less energy. And if I eat something healthy in the morning, it's much easier for me to work out, for example, later in the day. So if you eat healthy, you will have more energy and will be less lazy. And in general, the healthier you are, the easier it is to be productive. The other thing is what helps me is a plan, goals. So I have my goals, I know what I need to do, and when you know what to do, it's a little bit easier to force yourself to do something and you don't get lost in your thoughts. And what is important is for your goals to know how to implement them. And for that I have a list of tasks that I need to perform. And I noticed that it's extremely useful to write down things that you are going to do the night before. So I use something like this. It can be any piece of paper. But, I noticed that if I have something written down, it has some weird power on my brain. It's much easier for me to convince myself to start doing something if it's written down the night before. So try it. The other thing that I want to mention is just develop good habits, because habit is something that you just do without thinking and you just do it naturally and you don't have to convince yourself too much. It's like you wake up and you take a shower and you don't think like, oh, I'm too lazy to take a shower. Well, maybe sometimes, but in general you don't have to do too much thinking about it. And when we don't do too much thinking, we just do it, and it helps a lot. And some days we have more energy, and use these days probably to do something that you know you are not going to do tomorrow when you are tired. So for example, if you go to the office on weekdays, you can do something on weekends that can you be more productive on weekdays. It can be cooking. Sometimes I cook in one day meals for several days, and then I don't waste my energy on cooking and I can focus on some other things. And also I like to sew, and I don't like to cut out the fabric pieces. That's why I like to do cutting out when I'm in a good mood and I have a lot of energy. So right now I'm working on this skirt, and I cut out the pieces for this project. And if I come from work and I'm tired, I don't have to do cutting. I can just take two pieces and sew them together, which is much easier for me in particular than to cutting out. So I do more difficult tasks when I have more energy, when I have more sleep, when I feel healthier. The other thing which is quite important is to do things for others. What helps me a lot, for example, with my blog, is the idea that I'm doing it not just for myself, but maybe somebody else will watch my videos and will be more productive, will be happier. And when I think that my life is not just for myself, it helps me to be less lazy. But at the same time, what can also help you a lot is the idea that whatever you do today will affect your future self. And this is probably one of my biggest motivation. I know that I can be lazy today, but I will pay for it tomorrow. And there is an idea, so laziness actually something that cannot last forever. If you are lazy and you do nothing, your dopamine level will go down because you don't get any rewards when you do nothing, and you will have signals in your brain that you need to do something. You cannot just sit down unless probably your brain is not working properly, then probably you can. But our brain was created the way that when you do nothing, you will get disturbed by your own level of dopamine. So sooner or later, you start to feel uncomfortable. You start to feel this discomfort, and your brain will generate some thoughts, and most likely negative thoughts. So you can be disturbed, and you can go out there and do stuff. And a lot of times, unfortunately, instead of doing something useful, because we can be lazy and we don't want to do anything, we just start to find a reward somewhere on the not that healthy part of our life. I don't know, maybe alcohol, too much sugar, you go and smoke cigarettes. I don't know what people can do. There are a lot of things. When you are lazy, you can do easy stuff instead of doing something useful. You just select something very simple. So it has extremely bad negative effect on your future self. And when you do it, when you are lazy and you feel this discomfort because of the low dopamine level, if you select easy solution, something simple, I don't want to work, I will just get this very simple pleasure. If you do it very often, you will pay for it in future. You definitely will. So remember about your future self. What you are doing today will affect your life tomorrow, for sure. There is no doubts about that. And what else do I have here? Just one more little thing. Great things take time. Little by little, if you are more productive, and you don't have to be extremely productive and burn yourself out. Just do little things. But these little things will create a nice foundation for your future life again. So I will repeat really fast my tips one more time. Eat healthy. Have a plan, list of goals. Write down tasks the night before. Develop good habits. Do more complex things when you have more energy, and do things for others, and remember about your future self, and that great things take time. Your life depends on you. Whatever you're doing today will affect your future, and your laziness, which probably today doesn't look really bad, in future can create tons of troubles if you do it constantly. Think about your future. Take care of yourself. You're precious, you're wonderful, you deserve a really, really good life. Be strong and love yourself. Love wins always.